Welcome in, everyone, to part two of our Saturday doubleheader here at Cracked Racquets, highlighting some of the best college tennis action happening around the country in this 2023 season. Alex Gruskin here. Earlier today, we watched the Ohio State Buckeyes knock off Notre Dame 4-0. Today, the Baylor Bears are going to be looking to do something similar. Baylor coming in at number 33 in the latest edition of the ITA rankings. This Baylor Bear team now 6-8. Following a win over Abilene Christian this earlier today. But of course, 6-8 is not the standard Baylor holds for itself. And you look at each of those 8 losses in a vacuum, they've all come to some of the best teams in the country. But obviously for head coach Michael Woodson and the Baylor Bears, they want to get back on track. They know their real goal, their real targets all come now in March, April, May, with conference play and the NCAA tournament looming. Still plenty of time to get things where they want them to be moving forward in this season. Of course, here today in part two of Baylor's doubleheader, they're going to take on Brown University. You look for this Brown team. They went winless in Ivy League play last season. Brown coming off of a year where they went 9-15. Now they've already matched that win total here this season. 9-6 overall coming into today's match. They also earlier this weekend got a win over Abilene Christian University here in Waco. But look, obviously it's a big step up for this Brown team today, taking on this Baylor Bears unit, and it's going to be a fun one. I can guarantee you that. We've got action from first ball to last here at Cracked Racquets. Before we head to the court, though, I want to let all of you tuning in on the stream know it's a special day, and I just want to insert a quick personal anecdote before we get to the court. On my birthday last year, I rewarded myself by doubling up on broadcasts. I was fortunate enough to be over in Tennis Channel working on their T2 streaming service. I also happened to have a Cracked Racquets broadcast later in the day. Now, why is that relevant for all of you tennis fans? Well, because it's Baylor Bear head coach Michael Woodson's birthday. And what does Coach Woodson do to reward himself? Not a day off. No, a doubleheader. He is right where he wants to be, competing alongside of his Baylor Bears in front of a packed house in Waco. With that context in mind, happy birthday to you, Coach Woodson. We look forward to watching your team throughout the course of today's action. And with all that said, let's head to the court, where we've got players competing on courts 1 and 2 right now. Now, unfortunately, the camera's on number 3 down for the moment, and I'll do my best to keep all of you up to date on any development we have regarding that third camera. For now, again, here we go. Players on courts 1 and 2. And let's actually go full screen on court number 1. We'll start there, introduce our first of the matchups we've got on camera. At the number 1 spot for the Baylor Bears. It's the third year. Tadeusz Paralek, partnered with the freshman Big Z, Jambor Velts. Paralek again, junior out of Prague, Czech Republic. Velts out of Budapest, Hungary. Velts the lefty on the ad side of your screen. Paralek on the deuce. This duo risen rapidly up the latest edition of the ITA doubles rankings presented by Tennis Point. You look for this team, Velts, Paralek, currently sitting number 10 in the ITA rankings. Now that one sails on Teddy, so it's a 1-love hold for Brown here on court number 1. And again, right now, court number 1, Velts, Paralek for the Baylor Bears. Trying to see who's on court for Brown. Again, unfortunately, no update via the scoreboard. Assuming Brown's playing the same lineup they did yesterday, this will be the doubles duo of Alex Finkelstein and Noah Hernandez. Finkelstein, sophomore, Raynham, Massachusetts. Hernandez, the freshman out of Hinsdale, Illinois. duo 6-2 at the number 1 spot. Excuse me, we're 6-2 going into last weekend's play. Tough week for Brown at the ECAC Championships. Losses to Harvard, Princeton, Dartmouth, and some non-conference Ivy League play, but that's a thunderous overhead there. I believe that's assistant coach Rob Raines. A few words for his number 1 doubles pairing. So they went 1-1 last season. So this duo 7-3. That's the best record of any of these Brown pairings. Stick on this court for a little longer. See if Veltz can't hold serve. Veltz again, the freshman, serving on the far side for a Baylor Bears duo number 10 in the nation now. And you can understand why when you look at the stats for this number 1 duo. 8-1 in dual match play, 12-3 for the year. And they hold for 1-1 here on court number 1. So let's head over to court number 2. And this is where I want to give a shout out to producer Richard Mai joining me today. Super producer Daniel Westoff. Now officially in sensei mode as we look to expand our team here. Appreciate all of Richard's efforts. Appreciate that volley, certainly. And interesting here at the number 2 spot, of course, for the Baylor Bears today. On Pablo Mizuchi. Lefty at the net's got a new partner. Playing today with Luke Koenig. Koenig, the freshman. Stepping in for Finn Bass here today. Well, that looked good. And of course, Bass and Mizuchi, another one of those nationally ranked Baylor Bears doubles duos. The two currently sitting at number 15 after a massive fall. First match with these two, Mizuchi, Koenig, at this number 2 spot for the Bears. So far, so good. Well-placed serves into the body. Of course, for Brown here today. It's the duo. That volley sails. It's Niraj Komataneni, excuse me, the senior out of Mason, Ohio. Partnered with sophomore Oliver Worth out of Locust Valley, New York. No, that's the ace wide. So 2-1 on serve here on court number 2. Let's go split screen 1 and 2 again. Unfortunately, camera currently down at the number 3 spot. Baylor Bears already up a break there, 2-1. Teaming for Baylor at that number 3 spot, it's Christopher Franzen. Fourth here, Augsburg, Germany. He's partnered with Justin Braverman, sophomore out of Naples, Florida. duo went 5-1 in the fall together. Hauled up to that number 3 spot here for Baylor today. They're taking on Brown duo. Sam Feldman, sophomore at Brookline, Massachusetts. Partnered with Xander Bravo, the freshman out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Again, Baylor already up a break 2-1 there. If we get access to court number 3, of course, we'll make this double box a triple box. But for now, stay here in the 2 box. So again, right now, on serve on each of these 2. Teddy Paralek serving here on the near side of your screen at 1. This is Oliver Worth serving on the near side of your screen here at 2 for Brown. Probably sails on him. All right, now it's an opening for the Baylor Bears here on court number 2. Opening for Brown at 1. Finkelstein Hernandez. Chance now for Paralek. 2 of them coming up for the Bears at 1. Have a back kick serve. That'll do. And that's how this duo gets to number 10 in the country. So 2-all Baylor Bears from Love 30. They hold, meanwhile, 30-all spot on 2. Again, right now the Bears lead by a break on 3. Franson, Braverman, 2-1, 30-all. But it's a game point chance coming up for Brown. 2 of them. Great service game. Great close. Hold for Brown for 2-all, so all square. And by the way, Brown's got break point chances now on 3. There's a chance that service marker's off. And you can see shades of that number 3 court on the left side of court 1. The wheels from Belts. He's unable to keep that ball all in play. So right now, 2 breakpoint chances for Brown at 3. It's steady here. Of course, worth noting, not in the lineup right now. Typically, it's been Koenig, Musa at that number 3 double spot, some combination of the 2. Of course, no Finn Bass in the doubles here for the Baylor Bears either. Okay, now 2-all on court number 3. And it looks like it might have been a break. So back on serve everywhere, no separation. It's a good first 12 minutes for these Brown University doubles pairings. A little too much on that Bell's forehand, so 30-all spot again on 1. Of course, you gotta credit Coach Michael Woodson. Done an excellent job creating just a fun environment for these Bears to compete in here at the Hawkins Indoor Tennis Center at Waco. Of course, you'll see Coach Woodson, assistant coach Isaac Vandermerva. Assistant coach Cochran will be certainly between courts here and there. Looks like Izak's been handed the assignment of the number 1 doubles pairing today. You see him on the right side of that screen. Brown's got game point chances. We've got Finkelstein serving. But it sails, so it's a deuce point break point chance. As we see Baylor Bears hold for 3-2 on 2. Let's go full screen on 1. Deuce point break point chance, and they're going to Tadeusz Paralek, the junior here on the deuce side of your screen. Again, I believe that's Finkelstein serving on the far side. No, that's Nick Cochran, by the way. Backwards hat's the giveaway. How about that serve called out? No, missed that one long, yeah. So the double fault hands Baylor a break at the number 1 spot. Bears up 3-2 here on 1. We'll go back now to court number 2. Of course, as soon as we get 1 back on court, we'll throw that split screen up for you. We'll stay here full screen for now. Again, it's Koenig, Mizuchi at the number 3 spot today for the Baylor Bears. Oliver Worth, the sophomore, partnered with Niraj Komatineni. And look at that lob. A gem. Off the racket of Juan Pablo Mizuchi. Gives this Waco crowd something to get after. Up 30 spot now for the Bears. Look, I mentioned the Bears' record 6-8 overall. As we go back to the split screen, you see court 1 back in action. Serving now as they look to consolidate up to 3-2. But this Baylor Bears team's now 18-16 after today's win, but 18-16 in double sets. And look, 6-8 overall. Obviously, some records aren't going to look as padded as you see winner off the racket of Mizuchi gives Baylor breakpoint chances at 2, but finding doubles pairings, continuity, confidence. It's something this young Baylor Bear team is still looking for here early in the season. And everyone's still learning the system, learning the plays. It makes today so valuable. For Koenig, it's a good swing by the freshman. Probably got to make that one, right? It's right in your forehand strike zone. Got to put that in play. Make this Brown team earn it. Still, that's also a good cut. 15-40. I don't hate it. Love that volley from Belts. Love the returning we see from Mizuchi there. A little backpedaling stride. Dare I say, a little swagger to that step. So Bears now break leads on courts 1 and 2, 4-2 lead. It's a beautiful scoreboard symmetry, isn't it? Meanwhile, just that update, Bears from 2-1 up, now 3-2 down, but on serve on court number 3 are Franson, Braverman. Again, that camera, unfortunately, decides to be difficult today. So we're going to stick here with 1 and 2. Still, this is the joy of college tennis, right? When one camera's down, we've got 2 more to show you. His hands. Worth at the net, who splits the middle. Again, if you're Brown here, especially at court number 1, put a hold on the board. First serve. Love it. Great communication. Great close. Good overhead as well. Koenig here, first serves the name of the game. Coach tell me again, about 72% of doubles points ended on the first 3 shots. Serve, return, first volley. See there, Mizuchi's first volley in the net. Okay. It's an opening for Brown. Again, scoreboard symmetry, the theme, 15-30 on 2, 30-15. I believe that's Hernandez serving at the number 1 spot for Brown. Great hands, better execution. Point chances now at the number 1 spot. Keep it just a 1 break lead for the Baylor Bears. Meanwhile, break point chances back for Brown on 2. How about that? Koenig in a little bit of trouble. Oh, he sailed on him, didn't it? Okay, 4-3 back on serve. 4-3 on both courts. So we'll leave you in the split screen for now. It's one of those coincidental changeovers. Baylor now up a break just at that number 1 spot. Back on serve at 2, 4-3. On serve 3-all at the number 3 spot. Spot you can sort of see. Top left corner of that number 1 double screen. Again, that camera on court number 3, unfortunately down for the moment. We'll try to get that back for you for the start of singles. Again, Baylor Bears 6-8 here on Saturday, February 25th. Not something you would expect to stay out loud, of course, coming off of a season where they lost their top 3 singles players. Boitan, Soto, Sven Law. All off into the working world or pro tour. Just bring back guys like Mizuchi, like Bass. Karolek as well, all step up their leadership. Step up their level of play. Now, Koenig will take the net court. Say thank you very much. 15-all, and of course it's again working in those pieces. Marko Milutinovic now in his 2nd year, he's taken a step forward, and then getting the freshmen, the underclassmen up to speed, whether it be a Koenig, Musa, obviously Jambor Veltz. That's just quality off the racket of Teddy Karolek. Nice first serve as well here. And I believe for Brown, that's Niraj Kumataneni serving on your near side. Just seeing the return of serve like a grapefruit. All now on court number 2. Nice pinch by Koenig as well to put some pressure on Brown crossing with that first volley. 30-all now on both spots. Okay. Another mini inflection point here in the doubles. Again, on serve at that number 3 spot. Deuce point there as well. Left court luck goes both ways. 40-30 now for each server. Again, Bears up a break at 1. On serve right now everywhere else. Back Brown holds on the doubles points. They lead 4-3 at that number 3 spot. good hands, good preparation. So it's a deuce point on 1. It's a deuce point on 2. It's deciding point time. Richard, throw that graphic up on your screen. There we go. He's ready. We're ready. Is Brown going to make a move? Or will the Baylor Bears begin to separate themselves? Textbook from Paralek. Let's go full on 2 quickly. Love that. Great job on the transition from Richard. Great job on the transition forward from the Baylor Bears. And so now they break 5-3. They'll serve forward on 2. Let's go back to the split screen now. Bears serving forward on 2. Believe it's the senior Juan Pablo Mazzucci, the lefty. Serving on that far side of your screen. Indeed it is. Meanwhile, Finkelstein serving for Brown on that far side on 1. I think he missed it wide. I think Hernandez is letting Finkelstein know, yeah, that one you just missed it. Bears 3 points away now on each court. Foundationally solid. Again, this Brown team, 9-6 overall. They've already matched their win total from last season. Now, it was a tough ECAC tournament weekend last weekend. 3 losses to 3 quality Ivy League opponents. But this is a Brown program. They're getting better. Yeah, it's going to be a second. No, it's not a second serve. Okay, I thought they called that. Yeah, okay, that serve was out on. That's what I figured. That first serve, a little long on 2. So it'll be a second serve coming up here for Mazzucci. Meanwhile, 5-4, so we'll go full on 2 now. Baylor will serve forward on 1 in a moment. Breakpoint chances for Brown on 3. So again, Brown's played well here to open this doubles point. Again, putting returns in play, closing well, crossing well. Yeah, probably got to finish that if you're Koenig. Still good volley to the open court. But all sorts of pressure. And now it's match points for the Bears. Try this again. How about that? Brown holds. We'll go back to court number 1 now. Full screen. Apologies. Doing stuff here. Baylor Bears now 2 points away, 30-all. Freshman John Borvelt serving on the far side of your screen. Now it's break point chances all of the sudden. Brown making a move. And we've actually got court number 3 now. And so if you want to go to the triple box and you're ready for it, let's do it, Richard. As Brown's closing in there. Yeah, here we go. Let's make that court 1 on the left, court 3, or you can make that court 3 as well. Match point now for the Bears at the number 1 spot. Match point Brown on 3. Does take it 6-4 at the number 1 spot. And Brown takes it 6-3 at 3. So it comes down to the number 2 spot. We'll go full screen. All of the sudden, Mizuchi served for the set. He was broken. And so now it's the Brown duo. Niraj Kumataneni. Oliver Worth serving on that far side. And Koenig and Mizuchi avoid a potential disaster here. Get through in straight sets. Again, Baylor's been in control from the start here on 2. It's just about finishing the job. Try it again. It'll be a deuce point, match point. Not like they drew it up, but the Bears will take it. 6-4, Mizuchi and Koenig. And it's a 1-0 lead for the Baylor Bears. So, Baylor's going to need 3 singles victories. Brown's going to need 4. How's it all going to shake out? We'll find out in a moment. We'll step away in the meantime, make sure all of our court assignments are right and ready to roll. It's Baylor 1-0 at the singles action. Coming up in a moment here on Cracked Racquets. Welcome back, everyone, to our Cracked Racquets coverage of a little late February non-conference battle between Baylor and Brown. Baylor 33, in the country, 6-8 overall coming into today. Okay, toughly contested doubles point, wins at the number 1 and 2 spot. Perelik and Veltz, Mizuchi and Koenig getting the job done. And now we get to our 6 singles matches. Each of these matches 2 out of 3 sets, no ad scoring. Breaker at 6-all here at the number 1 spot. It's Alex Finkelstein, sophomore out of Raynham, Massachusetts. Finkelstein 4-6 at the top spot overall for Brown this season. Went 1-2 at the ECAC last weekend. A win over Dartmouth. Losses to Harvard and Princeton. That's a strong start, though. Hold that love for Finkelstein, taking on the junior today is Teddy Perelik. 6-4 overall in dual match play, 3-4 at the top spot for the Baylor Bears. Let's head over to court number 2 again. We'll introduce everyone. We'll get you to a 3-box, showing you a little bit of everything. For now, though, we head over to the number 2 spot. And playing number 2 today for the Baylor Bears, it's Marko Milutinovic, sophomore, former world number 2 junior. Milutinovic started the season hot. Struggled of late, dropped his last 6 dual matches prior to this morning. Now 6-7 overall. 19-12 for the season in singles. He's taking on the senior, Miraj Kumataneni. Milutinovic takes the opening game, though, 4-1 love. Nice little half volley there from the sophomore. Again, just to put the final touch on it, Kumataneni, how about this, was 10-0 going into last weekend. Only finished 1 match, it was a victory. So 11-0 in matches finished for Kumataneni. I'll tell you this, I'm not sure Brown's going to be able to do it today, but if they were to come back, it probably starts at this number 2 spot. Still, Milutinovic, the 1 love lead. Let's head over to 3 now. Excuse me. Try that in English again. We'll head over to 3 now. The Bears going with Jambor Veltz, freshman, 6-3 overall. 7-3 following his victory this morning in dual match play. He faces an early deuce point. Taking on freshman Noah Hernandez. No. Big rip from Hernandez, ultimately wide. So it is an opening hold for Veltz. 1 love at the number 1 spot. I mentioned that Veltz record. 7-3 now overall in dual match play. Hernandez 5-3. Excuse me. 5-5 overall coming into today's match. Let's head over to court number 4 now. Court number 4. Again, no Finn Bass in the lineup. Baylor Bears here today. The number 4 spot, it's Luke Koenig, freshman. Durban, South Africa. Koenig 1-3. Now 2-3 after he finished his match today in dual match play. It's been slow and steady for the freshman, working him into the lineup. I know Coach Woodson's very fond of his game moving forward. The length, the weapons, it's just putting all those pieces together. Koenig taking on sophomore Oliver Worth. Worth 6 and 5 overall coming into the weekend. Playing big there. Of course, these two just went face-to-face at that number 2 double spot. So they'll be ready for the serve, the action. How about that on the run? Just a little bit short. So into the net there. For Worth, Koenig holding 4-2-1 on serve. Can ignore that marker there on court number 4. Let's head over to court number 5. Again, want to show you everything. And we'll get to our 3 box here at Juan Pablo Mizuchi. He struggled. Wampi, just 2 losses in dual match play last year. 5 and 5 is the senior headed into the weekend. Mizuchi picking on the freshman, Alex Kung. Kung out of Houston, Texas. Let's see the early 1-love lead, the deuce point hold for Kung. We'll hold here for a game, see what Mizuchi's got in his opener. One of the longer games, I suppose, we'll see. So I'm expecting physicality here today. That first serve has just been the struggle for Mizuchi this year. Just hasn't found his rhythm with it. When he does, he's just so successful at opening up that angle for himself, playing the +1 to the open court. Of course, Mizuchi's also a guy, he'll be the first to say, much rather would be outdoors than indoors. Landed good. Casual volley from Mizuchi. He holds 4-1 all here on 5, so let's go to 6 now. And so here at the number 6 spot for the Baylor Bears today, it's Ethan Musa, the sophomore. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Musa 4-3 coming into the weekend. Just has been a spark plug, energizer bunny for this Baylor Bear team at 6. Not only will he grind you down, but he'll let you hear him as well. Every team needs an Ethan Musa, the guy who's just going to bring relentless energy from start to finish. Yeah, he'll back fence a backhand it from time to time as well. Let me see for Musa today. Picking on Xander Bravo, the freshman out of Fort Lauderdale. It's a younger Brown team. And of course, given the fact that the Ivy Leagues, they weren't competing during the 2021, 2022 season, 2020, 2021 seasons. They'll miss that full year and a half. Still playing a little bit of catch-up. It's head coach Alex Kasarov. Now in year 3. At the head of this Brown program. Again, has them slowly headed certainly in the right direction. That's the right direction on that Musa backhand. A little skirt up the line. Sets up game point chances here on 6. So it is Musa who races out to a 3-love lead. All right, now we can introduce the 3-box. We've shown you everyone. Let's go right now to the 3 Baylor Bears who are thriving. If we can, Richard, our newest and brightest producer. I don't know how else to. We'll work on the framing of the title for Richard moving forward. But Richard's going to take us to a 3-box, and I think he knows what I was thinking there. You see here, courts 2, courts 3, court 6. It is all Baylor Bears right now. Can we make court number 6, though, court number 4, please, as Koenig has himself game point chances for 4-1. Keep you here on 3. Hernandez looking to get on the scoreboard. Actually, we can keep it here for now. Shout out to the Baylor Bears. They've come out swinging here to start singles. Baylor actually now already up a break on all 6 courts. How about that for a response for this Baylor Bear team? Again, 6-8. When was the last time they were under 500? 1984, maybe? You'd have to really scroll through the Baylor Bear archives. And again, they won't be this way for long. Win already over Abilene Christensen. 6 early breaks on all 6 singles courts. Got a matchup coming up in 10 days with Arizona State, a little ITA kickoff weekend rematch. Battles with Furman, USC, Illinois, Wake Forest still on the horizon as well before they get into conference play. See right now, it's all Baylor everywhere. Velt serving. Bring one on the near screen. And look, this is the future, Baylor Bear fans. Some new faces, right? Combined, Veltz, Miladinovich, Musa, they had what? 15 total dual matches played together overall. Now, each of them getting so many repetitions here early in the season. I know Coach Woodson gets mad at this framing. He thinks this team is good enough to make some noise in conference play at the NCAA tournament this season. But God, every match they play, if you're a Baylor Bear fan, you have to be willing to think 2024, 2025, this group is going to be really special. And again, happy birthday to head coach Michael Woodson. I assume he's like 25, 26, something like that. You see the 4-love lead for Miladinovich on 2. Musa's headed that direction as well on 6. see the game point chances, break point chances for Musa on 6. 30 all spot here on 3. Meanwhile, again, the Bears really cruising everywhere right now. Koenig's got a 4-1 lead. Actually, Richard, I want you to get ready. We'll stick here through the end of this game. As soon as we're done here on 3, we're going to go to the big screen on 4. It's game point chance for Veltz. Let's see if he can consolidate for a 4-1 lead. But Koenig right now is racing to the finish line. He's got 4-1, 40-15 on 4. We'll head there next. Yeah, it's too easy. Again, if you're Hernandez, you gotta put that second serve return in place. Still, Veltz will take it, and with it a 4-1 lead, he consolidates the break on 3. Let's put 4 in the big screen now. Koenig, the freshman. Five 5-1 lead here on court number 4. And actually, can we keep courts 2 and 6 on the side, please? Courts 2 and 6 on the side as Milutinovic and Musa are racing as well. Appreciate that. How about Richard? Maybe the real MVP here of today's match. Hand in a glove. As you see head coach Michael Woodson, even with the 5-1 lead, he is not laying off of his freshmen. Again, Coach Woodson, the birthday man, has been adamant. He thinks the best version of this team features a Koenig firing on all cylinders this season. It's not a coincidence Coach Woodson has positioned himself here on court 4 today. Meanwhile, you see Musa. I believe that's, yeah, 4 love now. 30 love. He's 2 points away from a 5 love lead. Milutinovic now a point away from a 5 love lead. Koenig 2 points away from the set. Aggressive, business-like performance today. Conversation here, a little call confusion. Pop through it all. There you go. Meanwhile, Musa now, game point chances at 6. And now it's set point chances here for Koenig at the number 4 spot. You see 5 love for Milutinovic at 2. Now 5 love for Musa at number 6 as well. So it is all Baylor Bears as Koenig closes out. 6-1 first set for the Bears at 4. Let's put 2 in the big screen, please. 2 in place of 4. We'll stay in a 3 box. But let's put 2 in that big box there. And then let's replace court number 2. Again, it's all Baylor Bears everywhere right now. They are on up a break on all 6 courts. We'll put back Big Z on your screen. Let's replace court 2 on the side there with court number 3, please. Leave us in a 3 box as Milutinovic will serve for it. Or 3 there, and then can we make that second court 2, court 6, please, on that bottom left? There we go. Shout out to Richard. He's got us under control. Marko Milutinovic, again, the sophomore. He's dropped 6 in a row, but win earlier today against Abilene Christian. Now 19 and 12 in singles overall on the year. Another guy who you feel like with how well-rounded his game is, how well he moves, he'll only get better as we progress towards the outdoor season of play. And again, if you don't have a weapon to throw Milutinovic off of his spot, good luck. You're not going to hit through him or wear him down. Maybe you will hit through him. You can't wear him down. Meanwhile, again, let's see if Musa can make it a little Saturday evening bagel. How about that? And Brown here just trying to put up some fight, right? I've said it before, I'll say it again. I've never seen a team overcome dropping the doubles point in 6 first sets in singles. I've seen it when they've dropped doubles in 5, never 6. This Musa's just everywhere right now. Meanwhile, game point chances for Veltz as he looks to make it 5-2. Yeah, I mean, Hernandez is trying everything. That's not going to work, though. So 5-2 Veltz at 3. Let's replace that screen, court number 3, with court 1, please. Haven't checked in on Teddy Paralek in a while. Yeah, Milutinovic missed it. Yeah, he did. No, you did. You get the frustration. You hit it beautifully. I thought it was wide. Again, it's a far side of a camera stream. I'm seeing exactly what you're seeing still. Milutinovic pointing to where he thought the ball landed. I don't know about that. As you see Musa, little electric inside in. So he's 2 points away. Finkelstein trying to make a bit of a push for Brown at 1. Down that break 3-2 to Teddy Paralek. 30 all there. And again, I know Velt's 5-2, but we'll get him back on your screen shortly. Foul on Paralek. Really good tennis. Love the change of direction there from Milutinovic. Meanwhile, set points Musa on 6. He's got 4 of them upcoming. Seemed like Woodson running over. A few words for Isaac van der Merwe, his assistant. Top left. It's a 6-love set for Ethan Musa. 2 on the board now for the Baylor Bears. And let's make court 6, court number 3, please. Again, first sets go to Baylor. 6-1 at 4, 6-love at 6. Mizuchi's closing in at 5. We'll get there in a second. Actually, as a matter of fact, can we replace court number 1 with court number 5? Apologies, Richard, getting you working, but welcome, my friend. As it is another CrossCourt cast here. Try to show you everything happening across all 6 courts. Baylor, 1-0 lead on Brown. Yeah. All right, it's a break point chance here for Kumataneni, the senior, or Brown. We'll have 2 break point shots at it. Meanwhile, Mizuchi. That pass didn't land good, did it? Kung land that? He did. Okay, we see you. Still game point chances coming up. All right, that's a hold there. from Hernandez. So now Veltz will serve for the set 5-3. Again, Milutinovic broken, serving for the set. So now 5-1, still in command. That's a nice first point response. Meanwhile, there it is, 5-1 for Mizuchi. Again, Baylor already taking first sets from Koenig at 4, Musa at 6. You see their 5 on courts 2, 3, and 5. 5-1 lead on 2, 5-3 lead on 3, 5-1 on 5. Teddy Paralek up a 4-2 break on Finkelstein at 1. It's been a quick first hour of play, and it's been dominated here. Well, actually, the doubles was very close. Brown takes the number 3 doubles position. Baylor served for the setup 2. They were broken, ultimately get the break back for a 6-4 set. But they've started to really separate themselves here in the singles portion of this match. You see for Marko Milutinovic, broken serving for the set. To evoke the great Taylor Swift, he shook it off. And now he's got 4 set point chances at 2. Six-one first set for Marko Milutinovic. So let's stay in the 3 box. Can we put court number 3 in that big box, please? 3 first sets now belonging to the Baylor Bears, 2, 4, 6. It's all about the evens today. It was the same thing for Ohio State. They won matches at 2, 4, 6. Something in the air here on February 25th. But again, you see it's the set point here for Jambor Veltz. And actually, Big Z gets the job done. So let's make that court number 5. I apologize, Richard. Sometimes this is just how the cookie crumbles. We'll make court number 5, please, on your big screen. Court 5 goes to the big screen, and then we're going to clean things up, I promise, folks. Mizuchi's 2 points away. We'll put him again as we maintain this triple box. He's going in the biggest of the 3. Let's put court number 1 on the top left, please. How about that half volley, setting up a set point chance for Mizuchi. And then put court number 6 in that bottom left. Court number 6 goes into that bottom left. 5-2 Paralek serving for the set. Beautiful stuff by our newest CR producer, Richard Mai. Oh, Mizuchi with a ripper. So the first set, that's 4 now. Excuse me, that's 5. Baylor Bears sweeping the 2 through 6 positions. Let's put court number 1 in that big screen now. And we'll switch court number 1 with court number 4 on the side. Can Teddy Paralek make it a perfect 6 for 6? Boy, have these Baylor Bears looked good in this singles portion of the match. They are turning up the Jets. Again, right now the closest set for Brown, they got a 6-3 set. Veltz won a 6-3 set at 3. Everything else 6-2, 6-1, 6-love. Comprehensive from these Baylor Bears. Someone call Michael Jordan. Baylor 6 for 6. Perfect start to singles for the Baylor Bears. They take all 6 opening sets. That's just what the doctor ordered for head coach Michael Woodson and this Baylor team. Maybe they're trying to give coach a little birthday gift. No stress. Already earned a win earlier today over Abilene Christian University. Now it's doubles and 6 first sets up here against Brown. All right, let's put court number 4 here in the biggest of the screens, please. We go back to Koenig, who's already off to a 6-1, 2-1 lead. We'll keep Musa on the side. Yeah, I guess let's go back to the even cast. We'll make that court number 4 on the side, court number 2 to Miladinovich, who's underway. Second set there. As you see, Koenig already up a set and a break. Taking on the sophomore, Oliver Worth. Yeah, that was nice. Very well done. And again, I know this is self-indulgent, but we want to make him feel comfortable. So shout out to our newest producer, Richard Mai, here on the 1s and 2s. If you in the YouTube section appreciate the job Richard's doing, have any requests for him for court coverage, throw them in the YouTube chat. Appreciate all of you taking the time to join us here today. Getting one of many broadcasts we've got coming up during this 2023 college tennis season. Yeah, more of that if you're Oliver Worth. What do you have to lose? Take some swings. Take some chances. Koenig's dominated from the center of the court here today. Koenig consolidates 6-1, 3-1 now for the Baylor Bear freshman. Meanwhile, you see it's 6-love, 2-love Ethan Musa. He is just on cruise control on 6, taking on Bravo. You see for Marko Miladinovich, 6-1, 1-love lead. Just missed from Worth, but I love how aggressive Koenig's played today's match. Well, aggressively, I should say. We'll get grammar right eventually here as well, but look, if you're playing outmatched opponents, you have a weapon that can overwhelm them. Impose that weapon. Play to your strengths. Overwhelm your opponent, and most importantly, do not take the foot off the gas. Exactly what we're seeing with Koenig. Maybe you don't need the jump kick, but I know how packed that house can get at Waco, so maybe that one was for the fans. Still, I like the intent, even if I don't love the result. It's good stuff, though. Again, if you're Baylor, when was the last time you smiled like this? Kickoff weekend? Of course, this Brown team 9-6 overall, not inside the ITA top 50 rankings. They were always going to be overmatched against the Baylor team. Yes, they're 33 right now. In no world is Baylor the 33rd best team in the country. Unequivocally top 25. I still think very much top 16. Certainly playing like that here today. Nice service game here. Nice bounce back from Worth. Again, taking a couple bigger cuts now. 3-point chances here. Meanwhile, Musa, it's the first time he's struggled in game 30 all now. Yep, it's a good miss from Worth. It is. But put some pressure on Koenig. Something's got to change. Rather miss that than Let Koenig hit another jumping anything. But it's a hold. So Worth keeps it just a single break deficit, still setting a break lead here for Koenig on 4. Let's put 6 in that big screen, please. 6 in that big screen. Ethan Musa facing 2 break point chances. You can see it on the bottom left there. Bravo just looking to get on the board here. And we'll just keep it this way for a moment. Although if you want to make court number 6, that bottom left, can you make that court 5, please? Yeah, I don't know that drop shot's the play against a guy like Musa. I love the pace. I love the on the rise. I like the one-handed backhand even. From this Brown freshman, Xander Bravo. No relation to Johnny. Come on, people still remember Johnny Bravo, right? You see Miladinovich has the game points on 2. It's a deuce point, deciding point chance. We'll throw that graphic on your screen. And serve and volley, not the play there. Good dipper from Xander Bravo. Gets on the board. Still 6-love, 2-1 lead for Musa on serve now, though. Here in set number 2 on 6. Let's put court number 1 on your screen. We'll go to the big screen. Have not spent a ton of time with Paralek and Finkelstein. Teddy Paralek ultimately grinding his way to a hard-fought, closer than the scoreboard indicates, 6-2 first set. Again, 6 first sets in the doubles point going the way of the Baylor Bears here at the Hawkins Indoor Tennis Center. Alex Ruskin here. How about that pass from Finkelstein? Very well done. Very well done. Paralek 6-2 love now. Here on court number 1. Again, Baylor Bears building leads everywhere. Not up breaks yet on all 6-second sets, but up breaks in a couple of places, and we're going to get back to Koenig in a second. He's got a 4-3 lead in the second set. We'll throw him on one of your screens as soon as we have a changeover in any of these locations. But again, for now, we'll stick with these three. Paralek, the 6'2", two-love lead again today is Paralek, looking to be the answer to the question, who should be the #1 singles players for these Baylor Bears? Baylor 5-8 right now at the #1 spot. Finn Bass 1-4. Teddy Paralek now 4-4 following the win over Abilene Christensen today. I believe that was him. But of course, should it be Paralek? Should it be Bass? Miladinovich, maybe you give a young guy like Veltz a few rips at that #1 spot, see what he does, acclimating to that level moving forward. A lot of good options for the Baylor Bears and head coach Michael Woodson. Who's going to step up and seize control? Paralek looking to do so today. And Mizuchi right now cruising at that 5 spot. Great aggression from Teddy Paralek, extending into that forehand. It's a rough weekend for Teddy at the National Indoors. Tough match against TCU's Jake Fernley. Have to play another tough one right again. That's the burden and the blessing of the National Indoors. Got knocked out by South Carolina's Toby Samuel. I'm sure the one he wants back, the match against Baylor, against Florida, tough loss to Axel Neve. I feel like Paralek's gotta beat on an indoor surface. Meanwhile, you see court #2, 2-all now, Miladinovich, Komataneni. Let's make court 2 court 4, please. Court 2 becomes court 4. As we head back to Luke Koenig. 6-1, 4-3 lead at that #4 spot. Meanwhile, can we make court 5, court 6 as Musa gets the break right back for 6-love, 3-1. Just long off the racket of Paralek. Look, it's going to be hard for this Brown team. 9-6 right now. Obviously, heading into Ivy League play, you think about some of the competition they'll face. A lot of really good Ivy League schools this season. Columbia, Harvard, both very much in that top 16 hunt. Princeton's always got a solid squad. You look at University of Pennsylvania, Penn now with the addition of head coach Rich Bonfiglio. It's not going to be long until he recruits their way to the top 25. Breakpoint chances here for Paralek. Koenig in a little bit of a tricky 30-all spot. It's gorgeous from Teddy Paralek, and that's just someone called the 1970s. They want their block backhand return back. Gorgeous stuff. Keeps that ball low. 6-2, 3-love for Teddy Paralek. Meanwhile, let's put court 4 on your big box here. Again, we're going to stay in the 3. Let's put court 4 on the center screen. Koenig, game point chance here, 6-1, 4-3, 40-30, and that's the game. So he's now a game away on 4. We'll keep that in your big screen. Musa looking to make it 6-love, 4-1 on 6. Everything else fairly steady. Let's put court #1 back in the top left. That way when Teddy Paralek does return, it feels like he's found his rhythm. As you see, another breakpoint chance back for Xander Bravo, the freshman for Brown at 6. Interesting. Again, it's now or never. Baylor plays a good 10 minutes here. This match is over. And of course, 7:26 p.m., 7:27 now, right now in Waco. Alex Gruskin here, joined by Richard Mai in the production studio. Another ho-hummer of a Saturday in the college tennis world. And how about that from Koenig? Oh, not quite enough. I don't know if Worth's just playing with the food. He doesn't want to hit the overhead there. But that'll work, 4-15 all. As you see, Bravo gets the break back. Still Muse up a break, I'd say. Technically at 6 love, 3-2 lead there. Let's make court 6 court 2, please. Court 6 becomes court 2. Milutinovic up a set in 3-2. Return there, great depth. Again, love the aggression, the explosion we're seeing from Koenig today. So it's a game point chance here for Worth to extend the match on 4. Ask the question of Koenig. That serving marker incorrect there. Game point chance is Worth serving on the near side. But you see the break point chances at the top of left for at number 1 for Finkelstein, in case you were curious. So that's a hold from Worth. He'll ask the question still. Luke Koenig will serve for the match. 6-1, 5-4 on 4. Where to turn to? Where to turn to? I want to keep 4 on the big screen. Or we'll get to in a second. Hold the phone. I want to watch the ending of this point on 1. All right, let's go full screen on 1. Full screen. Can get rid of the 3 box. We'll just go full on 1 here. It's a deuce point, de facto match point chance for Teddy Perelik. Love the tactic. Better pass from Teddy Perelik, and you saw the deep breath there. That was cool, calm, and collected. So Perelik holds 6-2, 4 love. Here at the number 1 spot. All right, let's go back to that 3 box with Koenig in the center, please. Again, he's going to serve for the match here. Shout out to the timing. As you see the deuce point for Milutinovic. Big swings right now for Luke Koenig. Everything's in rhythm. And Milutinovic now with a break. So 6-2, 4 love on 1. 6-1, 4-2 on 2. 3 points away here on 4. That, my friends, is the yellow brick road. That is the pathway. And that's gorgeous stuff from Koenig. Absolutely gorgeous. In rhythm. High percentage. It's the good stuff. Oh, that is one for the highlight reel. Inside out pass sets up match points for Luke Koenig. One more. Why not? Meanwhile, you see Paralek, the love 30 spot. 2 points away from a 6-2-5 love lead. No, Marco, you didn't track that down. Oh, Marco Milutinovic, we see you on court number 2. By the way, John Borvelt's a 6-3, 4-2 lead for Baylor at 3. Mizuchi 6-1, 3-1. Musa 6-love. Game point chances for 4-2. Got a bunch of pathways. Oh, but Worth's got one of his own left, emptying the reel. So we try it again. Match point for Luke Koenig. Now Coach Woodson's going to have a little talk with his freshmen. Cool, calm, collected. Fist bump. Wasn't the most graceful, but it's equally effective. Luke Koenig, 6-1, 6-4. It is 2-0 Baylor Bears. Meanwhile, Teddy Paralek's got himself a 6-2-5 love lead. Let's go full on 2. Full on court 2. Marco Milutinovic serving 6-1, 4-2. Break point chances here, though, for Komutaneni. This Brown team rips returns. It's a heck of a forehand there from Marco Milutinovic to set up a deuce point, almost a de facto match point here. But yeah, Brown's early, they're on the rise, they're inside the court. I like the aggression. Kind of in. And tough matchup here today. Baylor just clearly the structural advantages. The crown strokes are a little bigger. Everyone's a little more shot tolerance. And then you've got the Milutinovic who can do that. So 6-1, 4-2 lead here, court number 2. Let's go to a 3-box. Let's put court number 1 in the big screen of that 3-box. Court 1 in the big screen. We'll put courts 2 and 6 on the side. Excuse me, courts 2 and 3 on the side. And Teddy Paralek now serving for the match. 6-2-5 love at that number 1 spot. 3-board shift here, as you see. We'll get that tennis. On court number 1, Teddy Paralek now 3 points away. Got the only pickup experience from Paralek here today. It's been all Baylor Bears. Here's the recipe if you're Baylor, 1 and 2. And it's an under 2-hour day at the office. Oh yes, Teddy Paralek. Beautiful extension on that one-handed backhand, 2 points away. Again, this Brown team gets after it. They grip, they rip on that return, but high backhand volley into the net, so it's match points. Teddy Paralek with Baylor a 3-love lead. Teddy Paralek makes it 3-0 for the Bears. 6-2, 6-love for the junior. Continues to make the case. It is his spot at the top spot for the Baylor Bears moving forward. All right, let's put 2 in the big screen, and we'll replace court 2 on the side with court 6. So we'll put 2 in that big box there as Marko Milutinovic is 3 points away. Meanwhile, Ethan Musa, a 6-love 5-2 lead. So Baylor's got a couple of pathways very quickly here to 4. And again, Alex Gruskin. Brown was right there in the doubles point. Had a chance for 5-all at 2, but it was a break for Mizuchi. Another break, I should say, for Mizuchi Koenig that clinched the doubles point. Then it was Koenig, Paralek. Comfortable straight set victories at the 1 and 4 spots. Now Marko Milutinovic is 2 points away. Meanwhile, you see Jumbor Veltz 1 game away, 6-3, 5-3 lead for the Baylor freshman at 3. Not too shabby, Veltz. We see you on 3. Now it's a match point for the match. Let's go full on court 2. Marko Milutinovic. They've lost 6 matches in a row coming into today. Chance to give the Baylor Bears a 4-0 victory. For Baylor, Marko Milutinovic, 6-1, 6-2. Baylor Bears secure the 4-0 victory over Brown. Again, it's doubles, Paralek at 1, Koenig at 4, Milutinovic at 2. That ultimately give the Baylor Bears the victory. Of course, it's 6-3, 5-3 match point. Let's quickly go over actually court 3, if you can. Quickly full screen court 3. And honestly, this match might be over in the next 3 minutes. Velch, match point chances. 6-3, 5-3, 40-15. It's 6-1, 5-1, 30-all for Mizuchi. 6-love, 5-2 for Musa. Birthday gift for you, Coach Woodson. We're sticking through the end. So Velch does it. 6-3, 6-3. It's now 5-0 Baylor Bears. Let's go over to court number 5. Court number 5. 6-1, 5-1, 30-all Mizuchi. Again, court 5. I apologize. I screwed that one up. You see there on 6. Obviously, Muse is pretty close as well. Let's see if Mizuchi can get over the finish line. Match point chance here. Make it 6-love Bears. Get that match point graphic. No, he missed that serve. All right, the deuce point's coming up here. And again, we're about to wrap our broadcast shortly. Let's see if Mizuchi can get over the finish line. Game point chance for Bravo over on 6. And it's the ace wide, so Juan Pablo Mizuchi. 6-1, 6-1. It's now 6-0 Bears. We go over to 6. Court number 6, where Ethan Musa is serving for the match. Yes, Bravo does hold for 6, love 5-3. Excuse me, love 6-3-5. So, Ethan Musa, the sophomore. You get the center screen, my friend. Can he close out the match here to make it a quick 7-0 day? Dare I say a routine day at the office for the Baylor Bears. So here it is. Match points Musa to make it 7-0 Bears. Ethan Musa completes the shutout for Baylor. So on Coach Woodson's birthday, here's a gift. 7-0 in just over an hour, 45 minutes. Baylor back up to 7-8 overall. And again, they won't be under 500 for long. That is a heck of a victory for the Baylor Bears. And now, Richard, you can come back to me as we wrap today's broadcast. It is Baylor 4-0 win at the time of clinch, 7-0 victory overall. They earned straight set victories on each of their 6 singles courts. And, you know, again, they were tested in the doubles point. Brown had a window there to really make things complicated, and yet Mizuchi, Koenig get over the finish line. Perhaps most impressively, again, the Baylor Bears able to sustain that focus from the end of doubles into the start of singles. No let up on the gas for the Baylor Bears as they close out that 7-0 victory. But folks, that'll do it for a little Saturday doubleheader action here at Cracked Racquets. Now, all of you need to make sure to join us 10 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow as we kick off our coverage of all things 2023 Big Ten tennis. And that is just one of many more matches we have to come throughout the course of this 2023 season. Of course, a shout out to Richard Mai, our newest producer on the ones and twos. He killed it throughout the course of today. A shout out, of course, as well to the birthday man, Michael Woodson. There's your gift, a little 2-0 day delivered from the Baylor Bears to you on your birthday. Of course, we appreciate all Coach Woodson does for us here at Cracked Racquets. Happy birthday to him back at home. And with all that said, for the fantastic Richard Mai and everyone here at Cracked Racquets, I'm Alex Gruskin. You've been watching our continued coverage of the 2023 college tennis season. We'll see you all next time.